Design thinking is something that's come about probably over the last 20 or 30 years with Ideal Labs out in California, as well as Stanford has a D school where they talk about how you apply design thinking. And it's mostly been applied when it comes to commercial consumer products and making it look pretty and making them look accessible. However, I do think there's a lot of components to that can be applied to the Internet of Things. And I'm going to talk to you about two things. So number one, I'm going to talk to you about the execution side, which I think all of us do reasonably well. I think for any company to go beyond being a startup to being a commercial entity, you figure out the execution stuff. You figure out how you take an idea, how you prototype a product, how you test it, how you take it to your customers, and how you develop processes to make revenue, grow your profitability, and become a successful business, right? So anybody that's in a business is in that space. The flip side of that coin is when you're a successful business, for you to be successful, you've got processes, you've got silos, and you've got people that spend their day doing their job. And then digitization happens. And with that, the rules of the game change, but those structures that were put in place stand in the way of getting you to shift the company to the new way of thinking. And that's where design thinking helps. Design thinking says, yes, execution is absolutely important, but before that, you need to do the creation. You need to be able to empathize with the problem to the extent that it's not just putting people together in a room, but putting them in a room where they really understand what the problem is, and they really understand how they can work to find out a different way to figure out what the unknown issues are and how they can peer around corners to say, here's how we can give you a solution that not just meets your requirements that are on paper, but meets requirements you may not have thought you needed. That level of empathy, I think, is critical to design thinking and is critical to IoT. So where we've seen IoT work, it's where customers have been able to crash that IT-OT barrier, put people on teams together, and have them really build deep collaboration to be successful.